I have no idea if you guys can hear me. I have my headphones on. Kind of wish I had some music, not gonna lie. Trying to figure out how to do that. Right, because like my phone is hooked up to my headphones. So I'm not sure how to get my headphones to also take in music. Unless I have like a Bluetooth speaker next to me. I also left my sweater. Wood seems wet. Yay! I have my poke and stick, but I don't have marshmallows yet. Burn, baby, burn. Yeah, right? Look at my hand from the lighter. Also, fishing should be working. I have it open in the studio. I guess we'll find out if it posts. Post my catch from a few minutes ago. Yes, baby. No, mommy's working right now. No, no, I don't want you guys on camera. Yeah, fishy's not working. I forgot my sweater again. God damn it. It's hard to tell, but that fire's burning pretty hot. I'm gonna have to track down some more slightly bigger sticks. Don't fight that. Cassie, this way. Oh yeah, fishing's not working. I tried it. Chat, I'm on my way to go find some more firewood. Oh, hey, Dorothy. Thanks for the hydrate. I'll do that right now. Sorry, I was gathering wood. I don't think you guys can hear it, but there's a bunch of sirens going off right now. Alright, time to pack a bowl. Can you hear the sirens? I put my mics on my chest, so hopefully that helps, because I don't really need to have headphones in. I don't have music. But what I do have is at least enough weed to get through tonight. If you'd like to buy me more weed, subscribe to the channel. Or to the Patreon. Or to any other links. Oh, that's the wrong lighter. See, I can read the chat, but you guys can't see me. And I don't really want to turn my back to the fire. So I don't know how else to film this. Multicam drifting, I wish. Tokyo drifting. Oh, man. Today has been exhausting. I woke up with like a stubby migraine. Hey, Blue! Oh my god, welcome in. I'm gonna do marshmallows when it gets a little darker. But it's been a little bit of a day. I got through some kind of work, though. I watched South Park this morning. I heard, was it good? I was thinking about watching it if I did an inside stream, but it's so nice tonight. I didn't want to be inside. Oh, my mic fell off my boobs. Maybe this won't work. Skewering, perfect. The new episode is funny. Oh, is Charlie Kirk in it? Because I saw he changed his profile picture to one of the South Park guys, but I was like, is that AI? Yeah, definitely gotta be making marshmallows. Skewering. Vance sure as fuck is. Oh, nah, Cartman dressed up as Charlie Kirk. Oh, okay. I was not sure, because he made it his profile picture. I was like, that guy can't be that dense, can he? Like, anytime Cartman is pretending to be somebody, it's never a good look. Ever. How do you think that dinner went last night? Do you think they, like, accomplished a lot in terms of Epstein? Also, if you guys haven't been paying attention to Epstein, which you should be, Trump, Ghislaine Maxwell, yesterday, said no, Trump didn't do anything. She was like, if all the times I've seen Trump, I've never seen him do anything. Which means one of two things. I think they'll all panic. They all panicked because they're not experienced. Yeah. They're not experienced with covering up pedophilia. So Ghislaine Maxwell was like, I've never seen Trump do anything in front of me. Which, leaves open, times when he's not in front of you. Oh my god, I have varicose veins. Oh no. I'm old now. But they moved her to like a low security prison, and then she said Trump didn't do anything, and now I'm like, he's gonna pardon her. He's gonna be like, oh look, she said I didn't do anything, time to pardon her. And that's gonna be like it. And it's so messed up. Like, how many people are they allowed to hurt and get away with before people like hold them accountable? And like, he only confirmed Virginia Giuffre, I'm sorry if I'm messing up that last name, who recently unalived herself because of just all the stress from around the Epstein case. And she was also like one of the first people to come out. She was one of the accusers of, one of the victims of Prince Andrew. And Trump said, a reporter was like, hey, was Virginia Giuffre one of your employees? And he was like, yeah, she worked at my spa. Epstein stole her. Meaning, like, Epstein poached my employee. But Virginia Giuffre, in her, like, statements and depositions and stuff, was like, yeah, I used to work for Trump. And, then Epstein, like, solicited me from there. Ghislaine solicited me from there. Am I gonna have to switch to... Okay. I'm just making sure I'm connected to stream. But I wonder what's gonna happen next. It's gonna be more cover-ups. He keeps, like, listing numbers. He's like, oh, Apple gave us $100 billion. And it's like, that's not even, like, a real number anymore. Like, they're just saying that. And they're gonna give you a nice, something shiny, and hope that they can drag out production for, like, 4 to 10 years. Like, it takes time to build factories. And those materials to build those factories have to come from other countries. So the cost of those, the cost of those factories is also gonna go up. And, like, every week, or every 3 business days, Trump is changing the tariff rates. Like, even, like, Switzerland's, like, this is fucking annoying. And personally, I think everyone should just stop returning his phone calls. Just ghost him. Okay? He's a little annoying twat who is only getting what he wants because everybody's trying to soothe the toddler. But if you're a parent, you understand that you can't always give in to what your kids want, or they're just going to keep wanting more and more and more, and they're never going to learn no, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse for everybody involved. Ah, it's in my eyes. That's what she said. Oh, so I just realized, I think the microphone part, that's the speaker, I think that's the mic. The mic's been, like, pushed against my chest for, like, the last 5 minutes, I think. You know, maybe I'll just put them on my ears where they belong. But it's a semi-nice night outside. It's like 74 degrees out right now where I'm at, I think. So maybe, I'd say 76, not counting the wind. It's about 76 degrees Fahrenheit where I am at. on the East Coast in Jersey. While we have mosquitoes, they're not super bad today. God damn it. Because, ow, 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 I burned my finger. Because it's windy. I need my poking stick. Yeah. Ow! My poking sticks. Charlie Kirk and Pirate Software did the same thing, I think. Me, Kenya made a video about Pirate Software, and then he changed his Twitter profile picture to be Katya's depiction of him. Oh, that's dumb. Oh, this wind. Hold on, I gotta move seats. Oh, all my stuff's over there, though. Well, that's not gonna work. Alright. Let's see if I can move this whole thing without dropping anything. I did it! I almost did it! Damn it. There's also a new season of COD, Modern Warfare, the free one. Oh! Damn it. Warzone. Damn. I knew I'd remember the name. Yeah, I know, right? I'm beating up chat tonight. I think I got it where I can both see chat and everything else. Okay. Good enough for me. I know I'm always like obnoxious about my camera angles and my lighting. Was the Meat Canyon video good? Did you watch it? It was hilarious. I like some of his videos. I saw the one on Sneeko. That was really good. And crickets are already out. It won't be much longer till the frogs are. I wonder what tomorrow's news is going to be like. Tomorrow's Friday, so I'm sure there's going to be some kind of like big Trump trying to distract the news from Jeffrey Epstein. Probably something to do with like the economy, but he did like tariffs already earlier this week, so that doesn't really make sense. I think they'll add tanks to Warzone. Oh, that would be cool. I hope GTA 6 drops tomorrow. Although I probably wouldn't get it the way the terms and conditions are for most games now. Like, forget that. I think they already did. Wait, GTA 6 already dropped? The tanks to COD. Oh, my bad. Silly old person. Thanks, Blue. Rockstar is supposedly implementing age verification. No, thank you. It's dumb. It's so dumb. It's a clear way to censor people. It's a clear way to get people's information and to steal our data even more, even faster. and to control every single thing we do. It's a greedy capitalist nightmare, and it's not there to protect your children. To the very clearly adult video game. Yeah, like, bro, you're not supposed to, like, games aren't supposed to ask for, okay, listen, like, 10 to 15 years ago, there was a big fight around how video games had a rating system, and, like, I had to work as an employee that had to enforce the ratings on video games, or I was going to get fired from my job for selling a kid my video game, or an 18 plus video game. Like, I had to card people. It was freaking annoying. So, like, that right there, I was like, that feels weird. Like, why can't kids just play whatever they want to play? And then their parents would come in and yell at me because I carded their kid. And I had to be like, oh, sorry, it's just policy. If you were a secret shopper, I'd get in a lot of trouble. Like, it's such bullshit. And now they want, like, the argument then, too, was, like, parents need to check for their kids. Video game developers are not responsible for what kids play. The parents are supposed to be responsible for that. But now the argument is, like, oh, I guess parents can't be trusted to make decisions for their kids, so we're going to implement our own structure because you can't be a parent enough? Like, what the fuck is that shit? Yeah, it's absolutely wild. Like, you really think... Like, they come in here, they come in hot. They're always like, oh, it's for the protecting the kids. We don't want kids to see, graphic video games. And we don't want kids to see blood or gore or sex or any of this shit. And then it turns next to, like, oh, we don't want them to see, homosexuality because homosexuality is pornographic in our eyes. And then it becomes, like, outlawing LGBTQ. And then after that, it's usually race-related. Like, oh, we don't want to see people of color in our video games because that's fetishization and that's a sin. That's always how it works. And it's always under, like, very authoritarian, very capitalistic countries that do this level of censorship. Bro, I used to play GTA 4 and GTA 5 and the multitude of Call of Duty games when I was but a lad. Yeah, I played Medal of Honor Frontline is still one of my favorite games to date, and I'm pretty sure that game was rated like M for mature because it was like violence and blood and cursing. Remember when it was you know what's wrong? We haven't gotten like a video game where you kill Nazis in a while that isn't Castle Wolfenstein. So maybe we need more of those, because when I was a kid, every game was about World War II. Every single game. If you were a first-person shooter, you were either Fallout or you were killing Nazis on the beaches of Normandy after listening to Winston Churchill read you in and get you hype. I often go back to playing COD at War. Yeah, I think we need more. So, okay, here's a history lesson. Back in, like, the 1930s, when the Ku Klux Klan was, like, out of freaking control, and there was, like, maybe it wasn't the 1930s, maybe it was closer to, like, the 1940s, but, Superman had a radio show. When I can get a new headset for my Xbox, I'm going to stream the campaign of Call of Duty World War II. Yes, please. I'll watch that. So, anyway, Superman... Hold on, let me get more wood for the fire. Oh... So anyway, there was this thing called the Superman radio show. And the creators of Superman, as well as the voice actors of Superman, who I believe were also the creators of Superman, were and are Jewish. I don't think they're alive anymore, so I'm going to say were. So they really hated, like, anti-Semitism and all kinds of bad stuff, right? And they truly believed in a lot of the same stuff. They truly believe in South Park's Stick of Truth, you kill Nazi zombies. Yeah, but how old is South Park Stick of Truth? Like, how old is that game? So anyway, back when Superman had his radio show, the creators of Superman noticed that a lot of kids were playing, like, KKK and cops, or, like, KKK and people of color, and what they would, cops and robbers, good guys and bad guys. And what they noticed is a lot of kids didn't want to be the bad guy, they always wanted to be the good guy. And a lot of kids, because they were in the South, and their parents believed this, thought that the KKK was the good guys. And so the other kids didn't want to be anybody else. So, what the creators of Superman did is they had episodes where Superman on the radio show beat up the KKK. And so it was actually, like, really helpful, because then, kids were running around and nobody wanted to be, in the KKK because they were the bad guys and they all wanted to be Superman. And so it kind of, like, also shamed their parents, because then their parents were like, oh. So, like, that was, like, really based and really helpful. And it's really frustrating when people are like, oh, the new Superman is woke. It's like, bro, Superman done been woke. He helped bring down the numbers of the KKK. Like, what do you want from me? There's also, I think at the same time, there's also somebody who was, I think at the same time there was somebody who was infiltrating the KKK, and that's how they were getting their information for the radio show. And I think they even, like, gave out passwords and, like, secret code words. And so when, like, the kids would start repeating it, the parents would get embarrassed. It was all woke from the start, yeah. Who knew an immigrant orphan could be woke? I know, like, too many useless facts about history. You know what's funny, though, is I knew the part of the KKK Superman thing when I was younger, from a documentary about comic books that used to run on the History Channel. Like, they talked about all the good shit that superheroes did to, like, raise awareness for, like, all kinds of bigotry. And, like, my favorite part, too, was, like, when they talked about Green Lantern and the introduction of, I think it's John Lewis's, not John Lewis. Which one is the Green Lantern from Justice League on Cartoon Network? When he, in the comic books, became Green Lantern, there was, like, a whole plot about, like, this homeless man that was a person of color, and was like, you've helped the oranges, you've helped the aliens on this planet, you've helped the race from this planet, but what have you done for us? Hal Jordan, maybe? No, I think that one's Ryan Reynolds. I feel like Ryan Reynolds is Hal Jordan. You have Google. I can't. I'm on my phone. He's the one that dates Hawk Girl. But anyway, I really liked his plot. And it's also where I found out about how in Captain America, when Captain America returns in like the late 70s, early 80s, part of his like character growth is learning that his best friend Bucky is dead, and it's kind of his fault because he was frozen to death. The blonde blowcut one? No, the African American one that dates Hawk Girl. Not the Justice League movie. The Justice League cartoon on Cartoon Network. I feel like it's John something. Oh, right. So, part of Captain America's character arc is that Bucky died, and it's kind of his fault because he was frozen in ice and he wasn't there to save him when he died in Korea. And then I don't know when it happened in the comic books because I don't remember it happening in, like, my time in reading Captain America. So it must have happened sometime in, like, the late 90s, early 2000s. But as far as I'm aware, Bucky stayed dead for a really long time, and it wasn't until Captain America Winter Soldier the movie came out. Actually, no. It was when the first Captain America movie came out, and Bucky died on the train. And I was like, that's not how it happened. That's not how it happened. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. And so I couldn't really get into the whole Captain America for Marvel for that big change, because it really bothered me, because I really appreciated it, how much it was a character arc. But I don't remember the name of the documentary, but it's like a history of comic books, and it was on the History Channel back in like sometime between like 1997 and 2004. I would even say 2003. Oh, so I looked up a recipe for lavender jam, and I think I'm gonna make it. I just need the jars, so I'm gonna wait on that until I finish these pickles. But so I made pickles the other day. If you haven't seen, it's in the Discord. I don't know how they taste yet. The ingredients are cucumber, onion, minced, grated garlic, not minced. I mashed that garlic. That was a paste. And then I took anything that was left over that I couldn't grind down and threw that in there too, because I figured, why not have chopped up garlic bits in there? And then it's like a bunch of red pepper flakes and mustard seed and thyme and clove and a bay leaf. So I don't know how they're gonna come out. I also feel like I did my brine wrong, but we will see. I'll probably do like a taste test on stream in a week, because they gotta sit for 7 days. And then I was gonna give a bunch to my neighbors, but I want to do lavender jelly, because I saw that it's a thing. And then I was reading over the recipe, and I was like, oh, you just boil some water and steep it like it's tea, and you just let it sit for a while so you really extract the flavor. That way when you pour it more concentrated into like the sugar and everything like that, it dilutes down. It's just like the tea shots I made for our wedding. What I did was I took a bunch of tea that we both liked, and I brewed it extra strong. And then when I mixed it with a seltzer, it became its own little like mocktail. And that came out really good. I was honestly surprised. Everybody loved it. Everybody clapped. I'm gonna have to go get more sticks soon. I just want to poke it. The noise is so satisfying. Okay. I should go get more sticks. I'm not out yet, but it would be good to do it before it gets too dark. I'm gonna leave my headphones here, but enjoy the smoky fire, chat. I'm back. I got some more wood to break. I should have left my gloves on. Oh, you can see the sun a little bit through that. Right. Over there is the sun. So I was harvesting the seeds from my lettuce plant today. And I got through like most of like separating the seeds from a lot of the stems. So what happens with the lettuce is they kind of work like dandelions. Where it's like a big puffball and it carried it by the wind. So I was like, okay, I'll chop off a decent bit and then I'll save some for next year. That way I can grow more lettuce next year and I can, you know, try to do better than I did this year. Right? So I was harvesting it and I looked down at one point because I was getting ready to like roll it between my fingers like this to try to separate the seeds from the flower part, like the part that's going to carry it. And I looked down and there's like this little teeny tiny spider that was like no bigger than like the head of a needle, right? The head of a pin. I would say maybe like a safety pin, right? Very tiny. So I'm looking at it, and then I look over. I'm like, oh, cute spider. And then I look over, and there's like a shit ton of aphids all over my workspace. I'm like, WTF, mate. Like, oh my god, it's blowing at me again. It was ridiculous. So, needless to say, I got that all cleaned up. This is not gonna break. Oh, my wrist. Ew. I don't think it's broken. It just hurt. It broke though. A fitting end. I haven't checked like the news since like lunchtime today. And I didn't watch much of it, but it really seemed like those tariffs are coming in. And this is gonna suck. Oh, so we've been going to our local food pantry, right? And we went like 4 times, twice in 1 month, twice in the second month, because it was like twice at the end of June, or maybe 3 times in June, and then we went twice in the beginning of July, and the lady on the second time was like, oh, you were here last week, you're only supposed to come once a month. And I was like, what? And it, like, okay, I just want to make this clear, like, before we went there to like start using the food pantry, I had called ahead of time to be like, hey, what's the process for this? And they were like, oh, you just come between this hour and this hour. And I was like, all right, cool. I was like, she was like, oh, also bring like ID and stuff. And I was like, based. So I did that, but at no point during that phone call did anybody say like, oh, you're only supposed to be here once a month. At no point during our first visit signing up did no one say you're supposed to be here once a month. At no point during our third visit did somebody say that. At no point... Okay, so the first week we went was like the middle of June, and they happened to give us a birthday cake, and it was... The next day was Hobby's birthday. So I was like, oh, base, this is awesome. So the next time we went, the week later, I was like, oh, thank you for that cake, by the way. It was his birthday, and we didn't have a cake, so, like, it made our night. And they were like, all a bunch of like, oh yeah, no problem, that's so cute, oh my goodness. And so nobody said anything about only being able to come once a month then, because, you know, I said we came the week before. And then we went the next week and no one said anything. And then that final week that we went, they were like, oh, you're only allowed to come once a month. And I was like, really? We have like 7 kids. And they were like, well, you can try like the regular food bank. And I was like, we don't have our SNAP benefits yet. We're still waiting on like that approval and stuff. And she was like, oh, okay. How Christ-like. Oh, it's in a church, by the way. I was like, oh, how Christ-like of you. Also, my son's speech therapist told me yesterday that the state is doing like a new thing where if like you're the so like let's say the speech therapist is in your house and your kid is having a moment where they are, you know, physically harming themselves, or they're having like a very bad, not tantrum like meltdown. What normally happens is that they would give a referral to somebody in their group, and then their group would reach out to people and it would start setting stuff up. Well, now you, the parent, have to bring it to like the main people, and then they have to send someone out 3 times, once a month, to evaluate your child to see if you can get those programs. And what's the problem is that means you have to be at least more than 3 months before your second birth or before your third birthday. Most early intervention starts between 1.5. Well, maybe it can even go earlier, but 1.5, and it goes until your third birthday. And so most of the kids that are getting these things noticed are like almost 3 years old, so they're going to age out of the program before they can even get like any help. And it's so sad how like this country just constantly makes it harder and harder for people who need help to get it, and it's so frustrating. mm. The wind shifted like right to where I am. Is there a reason for that? I don't usually hear it. There's sirens, but they were like, like, okay, buddy, calm down. I forgot my sweater again. I also saw the other day that there's a bunch of countries getting together, like Spain and I think it's Tunisia, and they're sending so far it's like 44 civilian ships to Gaza to break the siege, to get people the food and baby stuff and all kinds of that into Gaza. And I was like, that's incredible. I wish I had a boat. I'd do it. And then I was like, oh, someone needs to tell the Irish, and they need to bring bagpipes. Please. And then Javi was like, I don't think bagpipes are Irish. And I was like, well, I think of them as Irish because I live in America where Irish and Scottish kind of merge together on St. Patrick's Day. Like, there is very rarely a celebration here in the South Jersey, Philadelphia, New York area that involves Irish people and no bagpipes. Or Scottish people and no bagpipes. I'm gonna throw a few more sticks on the fire, and then I'm gonna go get my sweater. Maybe some sweatpants. Just because it is a little bit chilly, but also bugs. And as I'm sure you've noticed, I am not exactly wearing pants. sick that time. Why is it green? Alright, I'll be right back. I'm back, and I have marshmallows. Cassidy can get close enough to hang out, but not close enough to be a problem. Let's go. I'm gonna roast a marshmallow. Oh, careful. What did I say? Immediately too close and a problem. We were rooting for you, Cassidy. We were all rooting for you. It's really hot. And my stick is nearly not long enough. I need another stick. Something longer. No, that's not long enough. That might work. Oh, these aren't gonna break. They're not dry. Oh, almost kind of dry. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. I just gotta cook the end. Am I still live? I hope I didn't hit anything. I need to get closer to the fire, even though I have a longer stick. Oh my god, that squirrel. There's a squirrel over there, and it just yanked an apple out of our compost. It just jumped for that tree and almost missed. Oh my god, that was great. 10 out of 10. I love the drama of the great outdoors. My favorite is when the birds kind of fight with each other over like nesting and food space. There was a robin who made a nest in our gutter, and they were so aggressive about anything coming in our yard. I should have rotated it more. I think I could do better. I was gonna say, am I live? I was worried I knocked myself out alive when Cassie dropped the phone. I need more sticks before I need this next marshmallow. This is a good poking stick because this is the end I can use to open up the fire pit with, and the other side is perfect for marshmallows. So this is like the best stick ever. I wonder if I can light this candle now. Problem is, I think, is that the wicks are so low and the amount of wax that's left is so high, and it keeps melting down towards them. I feel like I gotta just melt the whole thing as it is on like a tea light or some shit. Maybe I should just shave a layer off. Like with a knife. It's just a little curved. I usually don't mind it when it's curvy, but it's tough to get around all that wood. Oh, I was trying to make this for hobby, but he doesn't like it when it's set on fire. Aha, ha, ha. The hummingbirds are out. You can hear their little tweets. Well, you guys probably can't. No. No. That's gonna be real good for a decent bit. God, sometimes when it's like cracked like that. Here, hold me. Sometimes when it looks like that, it's so beautiful. Maybe I should move the camera up. This is a way better angle. Damn it. Try to move things without breaking things, Charlie challenge. Difficulty. Easy. Ability to beat it. Impossible. I have a rock. It needs to be like just like another like half an inch. I have an idea. It involves the candles. Oh, that's so much better. Hell yeah, that's a much better angle. No, get away from the hook. Move. Off the wires. Oh no! Oh no! Are we still charging? We are. Cool, cool, cool. Especially, the wind's kind of died down a decent bit since the start of this fire. There we go. I should find like one more good size like stick to break down. Okay, I'm back. I brought more sticks. I think I put that on right. Yeah, I did. Okay. I used like one tiny stick that was kind of shaped like a Y to like help me pick up all these other sticks, which was pretty cool, I guess. I thought today was Friday for most of the day today. I was like, okay, it's Friday. You know, I got this going on. I got this going on, and then I got to the end of the day. It was just before stream, and I was like, oh wait, it actually is Thursday. See how much my bucket fills up before I decide if I want to get any more wood before the sun goes down or not. There were a decent bit. I just have to go outside the fence. God, it bends like a bow. Oh! That's not gonna break. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go outside the fence and get some more, wood. Hold on, this candle is still, like, leaking shit. Is it just water? Is there just water that got in here? Yeah, there's just water that's leaking. That's just the water leaking out. There's water in this. Well, I guess I'm just gonna let it sit there and leak. Phone's getting a little cooked. Alright, I'm gonna go get those other sticks while this candle leaks. I forgot my gloves. I'm back. That time it was a lot easier. I don't know why I took my gloves off. This candle's still leaking, man. Where do I even start? Yeah, it's right there. Maybe the longest bits instead of the shortest bits. Oh! Wish my neck would snap like that. Like when I go to crack it. Yeah, I think this is like gonna have to look for the rest of the night. Oh! Almost died. Hold on, the dingus got herself trapped. Would you like to go inside? Come on. Oh. Alright, time to sit for a little bit more. I think I overcooked it. This was also gonna go to hobby. I'll get one. Oh, it's very gooey. Hold on, let's do the pull porn. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the other day, we were hanging out in the dining room. I guess we had just got done lunch. And my brother, or not my brother, my son pointed out the window and was like, "Oh my God, look at that bird." And I was like, "What bird?" He's like, "The white one." I was like, "A white bird in the park?" I look out and there was a fucking egret. And I was like, "Holy shit. What the fuck?" It was wild. I was not expecting it. And it just hung out there for a little bit. And then eventually it like crossed the street and like went into my neighbor's like backyard or onto their sidewalk and then onto the other neighbor's like backyard. It was so funny. And it was like watching the entire time. I've never seen one in the park. And maybe they have been and I just haven't noticed, but it was pretty cool. Look at this handy handle for my marshmallow holder. Perfect. Now I can smoke a bowl. wish I had something taller to stand the camera on so you could see better without it. Because, like, it's still really hot, like, even right here. And the phone's already warm enough charging and, doing this. So, hopefully I'm not frying it, but whatever. We'll see. You know, the mosquitoes near me. Oh, shit. Wait, did you just hydrate me again, Dorothy, or no? No. Okay. It's just my thing being delayed. I'll hydrate anyway. I keep getting, YouTube videos that tell you how to be a better YouTuber in my YouTube feed, and it's bothersome. Like, girl, I'm doing the best I can. Maybe make the algorithm work better for creators and less for advertisers. How about that? What? That's too difficult? And, you know, I hear people all the time, like, talk about how, like, oh, there can never be, like, another YouTube, like, because they'll just do the same thing into YouTube. And it's like, bro, they don't have, the CEOs don't have to get a pay raise every year. Like, do they really need another yacht? And, like, how much does a content creator get paid versus how much a CEO gets paid versus how much work the content creator puts in versus how much work the CEO puts in? Like, what's the margin on that? Like, if I spend, and I can look it up on my Twitch stats, but if I spend, like, 72 hours a week
I think that's like a month. I think, okay, if I stream 3 hours every day for 1 week, that's 21 hours. In that 21 hours, just for streaming time, I'm supplying content, commentary, putting on a performance, using food, other things like that. And then, you gotta factor in post-stream time. So, the time it takes to do R&D, I do about an hour of R&D every day. The time it takes to, decide what I'm wearing, what I'm going to talk about. I guess that's R&D too, but, so I would say like 2 hours of R&D time. And then there's also like posting to social media, coming up with the content, filming the content, editing the content. And I would say probably filming takes me about 3 to 4 hours depending on the length of the video. So we'll just say like 3 hours. So 21 plus 2 hours for R&D is 23 plus 3 hours for editing is 26. I would say probably 2 hours for filming, to like go out to location, film at location, and go home from location. So we'll say 29 hours. And then there's also like social media posting outside of editing videos. So like promoting the video, posting it on the different platforms. We'll say that takes like another hour. So 30 hours a week in content creation. It's probably more than that, because I also do background stuff like editing the stream, building layouts, finding sounds for the soundboard, all different things like that. And so it's never just like, I would say easily it's probably 35 hours a week I spend on content creation, on top of being a mom of 2 and a wife and having a home and dogs and all that. Dogs and cats and axolotls. And, I would like to know how much work the YouTube CEO makes or does. Like, not like, okay, he's paid 40 hours, because he's not paid 40 hours. He's paid whatever like the stock value is. What I want to know is like what is the amount of work he does equivalent to us as content creators? And then I want to know, do we as content creators think that's fair pay? I'm going to say no right off the bat without having seen any of his paperwork and credentials, simply because I feel like CEOs just sit there and go, oh, let's ruin this algorithm more and take in more revenue, and also let's put ID on everything. How can we make this website worse, is what they say on youtube.com. And I feel like there doesn't, like, could another company start up and be like YouTube and then eventually, like, go the way of YouTube and become a capitalist pig? Yes. But there's a way to do it. Like, the CEO doesn't have to be capitalist. They could want to create a platform because they want to create a better platform for everybody, not just for people who can afford it. So, that's where I stand right now on the whole, YouTube CEO. There needs to be another YouTube. How the fuck am I doing this? Okay. Oh, that held its shape pretty nicely. Alright, I think there's a break from marshmallows for a bit. I need to hydrate. We're supposed to be in the Pleiades meteor shower right now, with peak being like this weekend. But it's also like a full moon. Oh, a bat! Oh, it flew like so close. It's supposed to be the Pleiades, but the moon is supposed to make it hard to see. But also the best time to watch it is like the first thing in the morning before the sun comes up, and it's like, no thank you. Like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, nah, I'm good. I want to build a bat box. You know what? You know that, like, how pointish, like, that meme? Like, I didn't know where that came from. I still don't really know where that came from, outside of girls using it to make fun of guys. Specifically, Elon Musk. Oh my god! Oh my god, a bat got a cicada! They went by and the cicada was like... Rah, 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 rah. The bat's flying around with it in his mouth. They just landed in a tree, like, over that way. I can hear it. It's like... Bah, 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 bah. Yeah, that's funny. I still hear it. I wonder if the bat's gonna finish it off. So we are reading Jurassic Park, if you haven't been in chat at all. And I've been making like little like profile pictures for all of the characters, so it's easier to follow whose story and where we're going and all that fun stuff. So I'm still working on the tier list too, to do, because I want to do one where it's like all the characters, excuse me, but I gotta finish all their title cards so we can add them to the tier list. So by the time we finish part 1, we can rank all of our favorite characters. And then for part 2, we can rank our favorite deaths. I wish I could like play the guitar and sing, because that would be like nice to do right now. I don't think I'd do Freebird. I think I would probably do Red Rover, or like other Ren Fair songs. Oh geez. How about let me do this? Yeah, that doesn't help at all. Red Rover is the one I got stuck in my head, but I don't know all the words, so I can't even sing it. playing Animal Crossing yet today. I heard a cicada make a little shriek. I wonder if it got. So I don't know who is on the island. I need to see if Diva moved out today. That way I can go start villager hunting. And then go from there. But I need to... If she moved out today, I only have until 5 a.m. If she moves out tomorrow, I don't even have to start till tomorrow. I'm thinking about starting a pickle stand. Like, you know how there's, like, farmers markets and stuff? Or, like, eggs on the side of the road or firewood? That's a big thing here in Jersey, anyway. See, the problem is there's a screw up here at the top. And the screw catches on the lid, and it makes it very hard to open unless you're pushing it down and pulling at the same time. And then I just made a hole in it. Great. Should have left it open. Oh, fuck. Crickets are so loud. I don't even know if you guys can hear them. I feel bad for the bats that are picking up the embers. Oh, my back. Wow, we burned through one of those logs. It only took 2.5 hours. That's not bad. I wish I had more to talk about. I'm sorry I don't have enough topics off the top of my head. I did come up with the specs for a pickle stand. And what I was thinking is that I could probably keep costs decently down as long as, you know, it all depends on how inflation and tariffs are going to work. That's not a bad beat, not gonna lie. But I'm hoping I can keep costs down. I'm hoping also too, because it'll be, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm hoping people will use cash, because the other thing I was gonna do is put my Cash App, like, QR code on, like, the side. But what I'm hoping is that I get cash a decent amount of the time, so I can take that cash and go to the local farmer's market and buy local stuff for my pickling. Because I would love to be able to support local farmers right now, because I know it's tough for, like, everyone. And I feel like that would build, like, a good sense of community. Or at least in my mind. So, but I gotta get more jars. I need / want to make that lavender jelly so bad. It's also kind of more like a lavender lemonade, because it's got like lemon juice in it. But that's like a similar way you would make your lavender tea. I don't know, we'll see. Skibbity, hey Blue. But then I was able to like do up all the math, and well, like my math isn't 100% great. I figured I could probably sell each jar for like $5. Which is a lot cheaper than most jars of pickles in stores. They're like $8 to $12 for like anything like artisanal. Which is wild, considering that because they buy their items in bulk from farms and stuff, that they get like a discount, right? Because like the more you buy from a place, they're willing to cut you like a discount. There's also like terms on stuff. So like the fact that some of these places are charging like $8, $12, $15 for artisanal pickles for like 8 ounces is bullshit. So why not produce a service for what I think my labor is worth, plus the cost to make it? And I came up to $5. And then I was like, okay, well, I want to put like a spot for people to return jars. That way, they can return the jars and get like get it for like $2.50 instead of $5. So like although I guess like you could technically get one for free. Like, if you bought 2 pickles and then returned the jars, you could get one for free, which isn't terrible. I'll eat the cost of 1 jar for somebody to get some extra food for the week. And hopefully I can do some better gardening and get my own stuff in sooner. Or again, take the cash to local farmers markets. I think maybe we could get like 3 or 4 pallets, and that might make the farmer's stand. I've been trying to figure out, because we don't have enough wood here currently. We have some plywood from when we built my studio, but it's not much left. So I was thinking, I was like, how are we gonna get more wood? And I'm like, oh, there's a lot of people who like leave pallets on the side of the road around here, so maybe I could do something like that. But if I do end up doing it, I'll take pictures. Updates on the progress and shit. Oh, I dropped my lighter. I'm glad like Twitch is doing something about the botting, but like what can Twitch do about affiliates to get more views? Because I don't know what else to do. Maybe I gotta find like a bot that'll post to like all my platforms when I go live. what I do have to figure out is the recipe I got for the um, lavender jelly only works for, like, 1 second. I hear noises. It makes me concerned. Cassidy? Get out of there. Yeah, I see you. Go to bed. Go to bed, Cassidy. She's like the voice of God is talking to me. She's in the playroom talking with something. Cassidy? I'll have to keep an ear out. Oh, I was saying the lavender honey. That's right. Damn, sorry. I, so with the lavender, not honey, jelly, the recipe makes 5 jars, 5 8-ounce jars. I need 6 because then I can make 12. Because my pickling recipe is like for one. I don't know. I don't have the math in front of me, but anyway, the recipe goes for like 5.5, or says it's like 5.5 jars, and I'm like, okay, I need to increase this enough to make it 6, and then double that to make it 12 jars in order to make the recipe. And that feels a little hard to do. I don't feel like I would increase the pectin at all. I feel like I would just increase, like, I guess the water, the sugar, and I guess, yeah, just the water and the sugar. Because the rest is going to be lavender, but that gets strained. And you boil the lavender in the water. You know what I'll do? I'll measure it. I'll measure it into the cups. I'll just each cup I'll fill with water. I'll dump it into a pot. I'll boil that, add some sugar to it, and then bam, pour it right back in the others. I'm sure it'll work fine. Famous last words. So, as some of you know, I've been sober for almost 2 years in November. And, I have been on my sober journey for a lot longer than 2 years, but it's been 2 years since I've had an alcoholic beverage. Almost 2 years. And, when I first started it, I went to AA with a friend who, like, did it at this place. And when I went, I didn't realize, like, they had, like, pre-planned stuff. I just thought it was, like, a sharing experience. And, you know, I was trying to participate. Like, people had, like, pre-written stuff and wanted to speak at specific points during the meeting. I didn't know how that's what it went. And that was weird. Probably gonna call it soon. This must be still be wet on the inside. Damn, I make a good fire. Yeah, something in here is still wet. Hi, Oliver. Please don't pee on my things. Get. Go, go, go. I don't know if chat likes doing these streams, but this might be the last one I do. Unless, like, this is something you guys actually enjoy. I enjoy it, but I just, you know, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I think there's like one marshmallow left. I'm gonna eat one more marshmallow. And then I'll start packing it in for the night. Oh, I can't check my phone. Oh, this one's probably perfect for hobby. No, a few more minutes. Oh, I burnt it. Oh, no, I dropped it. No. That sucked. Well, now I have to eat another marshmallow. Alright, now one more marshmallow and I'm done. Alright, let's try this again. Round 2. And fight. So close. Okay. Maybe like just another moment. Oh. I'm worried it's gonna fall on the stick. Yup, there it goes. Okay, chat, I'll be right back. I can't see where I'm going. Oh no. Alright. Well, on that note, I'm gonna start shutting this party down. Let's see if I can raid out of here without breaking everything. Well. No, I don't want chat. There's what I want. I think we're gonna go with not rating because there's only one of us.
Fuck it, we'll read auto. What, do I have to, like, go to chat to do this? Oh, there we go. Alright. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Did it work?